What's up, everyone? Oh my goodness, yesterday was like the end of the world, right? The end of the world. We were all in front of our computers. If you had if you were pretty new, you'd be like, Ryan, why is this happening? I just started. I bought Bitcoin at 2,600. I bought Bitcoin at 2,500. I even saw one comment in the troll box where this guy, I'm not sure whether is it real, like he sold off his car and bought Bitcoin at 2,600 and it dropped to like 1,009 and he's feeling real sad. That is the thing, right, about investing. It's a risk. If you don't take risk in life, don't expect to triple up in your gains. Don't expect to have a change of lifestyle in any means, because you're not willing to take risks, right? If you are here in this space, if you're here in okay, let's just talk about not talk about this space. Let's talk about business. Do you think a business is like for sure you're gonna be successful? Firstly, right, businesses always have 90% failure. 90% fail, okay? And I think there's a statistics that also shows how many last 1 year, how many businesses last 2 years, so on and so forth, right? So there's always a strategy, okay? And I think at the end of the day, everything boils down to cash flow, okay? And of course, cash flow, that is to help you tide rental, any kind of ongoing cost, staffing. And of course, at the end of the day, you need to have a solid product and services, okay, that people want. And also the margin, the profit margins for those products and services are, if best, are always necessities and what people want, or at least there's a demand for that particular thing. Like for example, if you were in, in the F&B business, but if you were in F&B business in New York, for example, there's like a lot of there are a lot of competitors, cafes, restaurants. What makes you stand out is the quality of your food and your service. Okay? Now, if you were, say, an average kind of cafe, but you were in a town that doesn't have a cafe, you would have monopolized that. And even if you sold kind of average food, and I hope you're at least clean, right? Average food and average service, you'd still be able to make money because you had kind of monopolized, or maybe there are very few. So you have to pick your battles, right? You have to pick your battles. Now, this space that we are in, the cryptocurrency space, is highly speculative. There are more and more ICOs coming out, and we need to define ourselves. I mean, we need to make a decision on where we want to put our money. If you notice, every time I've been talking about the top 10, the maximum I talk about are the top 15, okay? And I understand, guys, you guys want to know the next coin, what do you think of Seer coin? What do you think of Pivx? What do you think of BCN? Okay, all these are fine, okay? I understand that they are below $10 even, and because why? We all want to own a whole token. We all want to own as many whole tokens as possible. No one is interested in buying a fraction of something. It's like, as a man, right? You don't want to share your woman, in any way. You want the whole woman. Okay, I'm not sure whether even that's a right analogy, but you get what I mean. Okay, you just want to just have the whole damn thing. Okay, and a large part of my channel are all men. Okay, I rarely see any women here. So nothing. I don't want to be like I don't want to go into that feminist thing or whatever. I just want to just address it as we want to own as many tokens as possible. Now, yesterday's bloodbath, if you had panicked, wow, you probably had lost money. Okay, straight up, you lost money. I even purposely came up with a video yesterday, despite the fact that I kind of like, didn't want to. I just want to see how you all would react. But I think that would be like, I don't want to leave you all guys that high and dry, and I understood that majority of the people here are learning. So as I go along and as you watch my videos, you will realize that I'm somebody who's very fundamental. I always have a strategy in place, right? So just before we go into the strategy, I mean, that will come a little bit later, okay, towards the end of, after all the charting and everything, I will speak one time through about the strategy and why I use the programs that I use, okay, despite the fact some of them are considered like, or have bad reviews, right? They may be considered Ponzi's, or some people say they are scams. Okay, I will cover all that later after the whole assessment of what happened yesterday, and at the same time also I'll look through the top 6, okay, the top 6 cryptos today. All right, so let's just go into news first. Okay, so let's go into news first. Now we have of course, this is from bitcoin.com. We have, of course, the top 3 articles, featured articles are increase in Bitcoin demand puts a strain on global exchange. I think we all know what the heck this means. People who wanted to buy Bitcoin, or people who wanted, basically, let's talk about Bitcoin. People who wanted to buy Bitcoin could not buy Bitcoin, especially when it hit the low. This includes myself in particular. I wanted to buy Bitcoin when it was below 2,000. It was straight up, no need to consider I wanted to buy it. But unfortunately, there was no supply from the usual vendor. Coinbase is forever down. There was Luno that was also up last time. I don't even know where the heck are they now. Do people still use them? I don't even know. Okay, so when I say buy, means that I'm using my fiat currency, which is Sing dollars. I want to buy straight into Ethereum, or I want to buy straight into Bitcoin, which was what I could have done. But because there was a lack of supply, but because there was slow to process this and slow to process that, and it was always over the week, and this happened over the weekend, right? Unfortunately, there was nothing that was bought. I just had to watch it and watch the whole market take place, the whole sale take place, and I couldn't do anything. See? So this is what's happening now. It's also a good thing because you know that literally there is demand, right? No one is dumping anything, okay? Yesterday's dump, okay, let me explain yesterday's dump. There was a whole series of things that could have happened. Okay, I'm not exactly sure because no one can pinpoint, but let me just run through these factors with you. Firstly, there was also the Japanese internet giant GMO postpones launching Bitcoin trading platform. Now, this news was slightly few days before, and they only launched it yesterday. So this will be postponed until the 31st of May. So guys, expect more volume happening on the 31st of May. More action, okay? Whoever they list on their exchange, whatever pairings, is it just Bitcoin and Ethereum? You're going to see some action into Bitcoin and Ethereum going to happen. Maybe it was all orchestrated. I'm not saying who. I'm just saying it might have been all orchestrated in a way that the yesterday's sell down was collective, guys, okay? You and me, we were all punked. Okay, when we saw that portfolio happen, we were all punked. Did I do anything? No, I did not do anything. I stood steadfast on my portfolio and my direction, and I feel Bitcoin can easily go to 3,000 and above, no problem. Why? Okay, I'm not buying into hype. Okay, if you watch my videos, I never buy into hype. I'm someone who's very logical. Firstly, Bitcoin is ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins. Right now, I think there's 16 million Bitcoins in circulation. Ask yourself one thing. A market cap of 30, I think it's 33 billion as of now. 33 billion is nothing. Okay, it's nothing in terms of a currency. It is a joke. Okay, it is a joke. If Bitcoin ever hits 100 billion, do the math. Okay, based on current supply, 16.3 million, maximum is 21 million, just 100 billion. Okay, not even I'm not even asking for the moon here. Okay, 100 billion, which is very easy for a currency divided by existing supply. Say we hit 17 million, is $5,882 Bitcoin. Okay, very conservative. Very conservative. I'm not looking at even 1 trillion, guys. There are analysts saying based on 1 trillion market cap, Bitcoin is going to be 10,000. Yeah, sure, that's correct. It's not wrong. Okay, it's not far-fetched. Okay, go and look at how much in terms of US currency is being circulated and the value when there's actually no value. Okay, there's no value. You guys are broke. US is broke, guys. Okay, China is even having issues as well. In fact, okay, the forecast is not as fantastic. It's still strong, but it's not as fantastic. Okay, now, so that being said, Bitcoin can easily go to 5,000. Even, guys, 10,000 is not far-fetched, because look at the long-term play. Okay, you are going to see Bitcoin have these very long-term straight ups, bullish runs, and then very hard crashes. Accept it. If you bought at the high, suck it up, wait. Suck it up and wait. Okay, that's all you have to do. Okay, it's not difficult. It's very psychologically challenging when you see your portfolio down. You were supposed to probably go out with the girlfriend, go out with the boyfriend, and then what happened? Your portfolio is down, your whole mood is down, you feel shit. Okay, don't feel like that. That's why I say never be on margin. When you're not on margin, you'll be fine. You see, now I've been talking about this for 11 minutes already. Okay, so I'm just trying to drill it into you guys. Okay, so now, okay, so let's look. Okay, so there's basically increased Bitcoin demand puts a strain on global exchanges. We all know this sign. Service unavailable from Coinbase. Want to buy, cannot buy. All right, so this is what's happening. Okay, so when more exchanges start to pop up, naturally the accessibility to the coins will be like, and also it relieves the weight, the whole customer, the whole issues of not being able to buy Bitcoin and the ongoing load, because everyone wants to buy from the best exchange, the biggest exchange, right? Because it's so-called the safest. Okay, but then again, never ever store your Bitcoins on any of these exchanges, any trading platform, any wallet service, only unless you own the private keys too. Okay, now enough of that. Now US growth. Okay, looking at US growth rate revised up to 1.2%. Now, that's why there was nothing happening. Okay, yes, US dollar actually would strengthen based on this piece of news, but it's very slightly. So that huge sell down was just you being played on a mass level. That means how are we all being played? It's just an orchestrated play from across the exchanges. Naturally, it was sold down very aggressively. For anyone to sell down that much very aggressively, either it is behind OTC, over the counter. Okay, over the counter is not the right term to use, but I would say that because based on a previous term from stocks, over the counter, OTC, this is a deal done from behind the scenes. So buyer and seller are agreeing on a price very much lower, but it's very rare, right? Because if the price is much higher, why would you want to sell lower? But yes, it is possible. You can, because why? There is money to be made. It's a profit margin that both buyer and seller were agreeable to. It was done through the exchange. It's private. Boom, sell down. Okay, but at the same time also, there are orders that had to be placed way in advance to sell down as well. Okay, so just bear in mind, this can always happen throughout the period. Okay, now VIX, which is the volatility index, is basically a fear index, and nothing, guys, nothing. The VIX is fine. It's at the all-time low. Okay, it's at the all-time low. Okay, and there's no fear. Literally, there's no fear in the market. Every mother, daughter, uncle, auntie are all positive. Okay, look, Dow is of course down a little bit. Okay, but S&P all up slightly. Nasdaq, even gold is up. Okay, silver at 1734, gold at 1270. Gold has been climbing, guys. This is either people buying to anticipate a financial crisis, right? So gold is being picked up. It's gonna probably hit 1,003 very, very soon. Okay, now so let's go through. This is the usual. This I would want to take take a little bit more attention. The market cap was at 90 billion, but in a space of 48 hours, it dropped all the way until 57 billion. Okay, that was just yesterday, that whole sell down. Okay, so guys, the dominance for BTC is still below 50%. It's going to be like that. It's going to slowly climb down, unless, of course, the whole crypto bubble bursts. Everyone dies, in a sense that all cryptos will be affected. Everyone's taking profit, running for the hills. But Bitcoin will always be the first to recover. Okay, fundamentally. Okay, no, I don't want to even go into that. So now, Bitcoin is now at 33.9, Ethereum 14.7, Ripple at 8.2, NEM at 1.962, Ethereum Classic at 1.5 billion now, and at the same time, past 7 days, so far in the top 5 best performer, 125.47%. My call for Ethereum Classic at the point of the video that I did, 22nd to the 28th, guys, whoever bought into Ethereum Classic, monster profits for you all. Okay, I did recommend LTC, however, because it's still not fruitating in terms of returns. You know, past 7 days percentage is down 11.63%. So this is more still at the levels that I recommended by. Okay, I spoke about Dash. Dash is back to 100, went up to 133. If you all didn't cash out, unfortunately, then you're back down to the same levels again. You can consider picking up some Dash again, okay, because it re-corrected, but at the same time also, the fact that it re-corrected and didn't recover back to 130, I would like to reassess it again. Monero at 33.47 in terms of price, market cap 739 million. Dash, of course, 1.2 billion. Bitcoin or BCN, people's favorite at the moment for high volume during the week, is basically no more than 1.56%. I made a very quick speculative trade, made some money, in and out. Stellar Lumens, okay, so basically Stellar Lumens 33 million, Doge is at 288 million. And at 0.002 cents. Not bad. Past 7 days, 36.41%. Zcash, wow, Zcash basically is at $192. Okay, and yeah, 78.51. So best performer Ethereum Classic. So this is a clear winner. Golem, unfortunately, one of my one of the plays that I mentioned, Golem. Wait, let me see now. Where are you, Golem? Okay. Oh yes. Okay, so Golem, I would say is also one of the plays that I mentioned in my video. You would still be slightly in the money. You would still be slightly in the money for Golem, but other than that, nothing to shout about. Minimal gains. Look at Augur. You guys can start considering looking at Augur again, prediction markets, because sold down very heavily. It was above, I think, $30 now. Yesterday it was like around I gotta look at the charts, guys. Okay, so let's go through the charts now. So Bitcoin, righto, let me shift my face down. Oops. Okay, so Bitcoin came all the way down. Everyone was probably panicking, right? Down to the 1,006 level, 1,005 level, thought it was probably the end of the world, you know, so on and so forth. But of course, lo and behold, it's back up. It already crossed 2,000 today. You know, guys, that's what I'm just trying to say. Now, this is a one-day chart. Okay, I'm looking at all one-day charts. Don't look at 1 hour, 1 minute, or whatever. Okay. Now, see here. This rise, sell down, rise, sell down. Then after that, we have this very uncertain period. This was with the ETF period. Okay, this was the ETF, the Winklevoss ETF not going through. Sell down, boom, bull run, sell down. It could still sell down, right? Easy until here. 1,007, 1,008, 1,007. If it happens again, buy. Look at me at the screen, buy. Okay, if it happens. If you were not buying yesterday, that means you're really not meant to be in this space. You're really very uncertain. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, that's very, very harsh. I'm so sorry. Firstly, it will always have to go up. Okay, crash, no crash, put the money in. Put the money into crypto. No one in this crypto space is going to tell you to put the money in as aggressively as I am, because they're all going to care about their channel. They're going to be worried about their subscribers. I am just telling you, just put the money in, because long-term wise, blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, okay, it's here to stay. It's the Internet of Things. Okay, but yes, could it be a bubble? Of course, but suck it up. Put your money in. That's why I always talk about the top 5, top 10. Okay, and even the likelihood of the top 5, top 10, one of them disappearing or two of them disappearing is likely, but not all of them. I do not know about the 10th and below, right? There's 728 currencies out there, okay, across various markets. And if you're playing with fire, you guys want to always ask me to look at altcoins. I don't mind. For fun, for content, I will look at them, but be very careful when you put your money into them. Okay, now, so your levels here are the levels. Okay, 1,850 is one initial support level. The next support level would be 1,738. This is against US dollars, yeah? Okay, so straight up next. Okay, straight up next, Ethereum. Right, Ethereum, well, didn't come down much, honestly. It didn't hit the low of the low against BTC, right? But in terms of US dollar, it hit lower than $100. I think $100 flat, and then recovered. So against BTC, right, you're looking at this first support level, which is 0.056. The next support level is 0.038. Okay, so buy orders should be around here. For now, near term, if you are looking to get in from BTC, is 0.071. You're buying slightly higher, but this is the range, 0.071. Okay, wait for it, guys. Okay, I'm not asking you to go in now. You missed it already. Right? Yesterday, when it was around here, no one would have predicted, because I would have set a buy order here at least. Didn't get in. Okay, because you look at the previous wicks. Can you see there's a pattern here? You look at the previous wicks, and you see where the two candles meet. These three candles. Okay, whenever you draw a line, right, make sure it crosses at least 3 candles. It touches at least 3 candles. So 0.063 would have been the price that I would have queued at. I wouldn't have queued anywhere else. I wouldn't have assumed that it was here, and you know, it was around here. Anyway, I have enough Ethereum. I don't have to go and get more. Okay. Next. Now, what is this? Ripple. Okay, Ripple is still on a downtrend. But I did started to say I'm looking into Ripple. This is the level that I'm looking at. 9,172 Satoshis and 11,634. Okay, this is what I'm looking at right now. Honestly, I am looking at Ripple right now. Okay, so accumulation period, and make sure it holds. It has to hold. If it doesn't hold, then I will reassess this again. Okay, because the next level that I would say would be here, which is 5,617 Ripple. That means a lot of people got played all the way down. Okay, very sad. Next. Sheesh. Okay, I'm lagging, guys. Am I? Shit, I'm lagging. Hello? Am I back? Shit, I was lagging. Hello? Okay. Now, as I was saying, if you missed me, it was at Ripple. So I'm assuming that I got cut off. So I'm just repeating again. Okay, so 11,634 is the initial support level, broken. The next support level is 8,990. Okay, 8,990 is the next support level that has to not break in order for me to consider, and it has to consolidate above this level before I consider putting my money into Ripple again. Okay, Ripple has basically dropped, I think, a good 50% from the high. Okay, easy. Next is NEM, whatever. Okay. Okay. So clearly, it has kind of recovered and rebounded. 7,340, 7,400. Okay, 7,400 satoshis, and still above this line, so it's okay. Hope to see some support here. So that means the first support seems to be at 8,311. The next support is 7,367, and after that 5,965. Okay, thereabouts. These are your levels for NEM. Wow, this is lagging. Guys, Ethereum Classic is to the moon. My call came in like at the 22nd. Okay, this is the biggest win for us. All right, biggest win for us. So clearly it looks like it wants to break out. It looks like it wants to break out. There's no wick. It looks strong. Let's see how it goes. Yesterday, if you had the chance, you would have picked it up around. You wouldn't have picked it up around the low, guys. There was no way that you would have picked it up, because I wanted to pick it up at around this level. Didn't go that low. I think the lowest was here, 54. I picked up some for my friend who was wanting to buy because he had BTC, right? I didn't have any more BTC. No, it's not that I didn't have BTC. I just didn't want to use my BTC, okay? So he picked up at 0.0054, happy like a bird. As you can see, it's going up as we talk. Yeah, so awesome play. Next, I'm lagging again. Litecoin. Okay, Litecoin seems to be above, okay, the 1.112 million. It's above the 1.12 million Satoshi level, okay, and of course it did break my previous accumulation. It's still within, it's still within the accumulation period of 1.2, 1.1. So as long as it holds this line, guys, it's a good sign. Yes, it did go lower. Okay, it did go lower, and of course the conservatives can collect around here. This would be a much more conservative level, but I am picking up Litecoin already. So Litecoin is still a buy for me, a buy call for me. Ethereum Classic, if you missed it, wait for it, hold. NEM, NEM, I'm looking at it around here. I want to see some consolidation first before I look at it. Okay, but this will be the level that I will consider looking at picking up. So neutral. Ripple, I am holding, but towards holding and wanting to buy around this period. Ethereum, no go for me, not buying more Ethereum. Okay, if it's anything, I might be selling Ethereum. Okay, Bitcoin will pick it up around 1,008, right? Okay, so now going to the strategy. Okay, going to the strategy. Bitcoins, this portfolio, as I mentioned, I've been showing everyone my portfolio, my little project that I started on the 16th of May. I literally just use this for illustration purposes. I always have more behind. I never put everything on a desktop. I always put it in the Ledger Nano S, and I mentioned that I do use a series of cryptocurrency programs. Now, there is some controversy, some people commenting, Ryan, you have excellent content, but the moment you promote these programs, it makes you look very bad. It makes you look like a scammer, so on and so forth. Look, guys, if it is out there in the online world and you are not utilizing it to the fullest potential, okay, then that is just your angle. My angle is that I teach and show everyone what I use. If I use it, I will show it. I will not teach you steps 1 to 5 and leave you hanging when there's actually steps 6 to 10. Does that make sense? Okay, so if I know that there are tools out there or sites out there that can enhance or help us to leverage to buy more altcoins, more Bitcoins, more Ethereum, more whatever, I will leverage on them. Because why? Yesterday when our portfolios were taking a hit, I was receiving Bitcoin throughout. Okay? Throughout, I was receiving Bitcoin because my programs are running behind the scenes to supplement. So if I needed to purchase gold at the end of the month, I could still use the profits from those affiliate programs to buy gold. I cannot always make money on the markets, guys. No one can. No one can always make money on the markets. If it's anything, I always see people on margin trades and they are losing money because they cannot close off their open positions. They either got the direction wrong and they are force liquidated, so on and so forth. But I have a simple buy and hold strategy. So if it's me, I'm always accumulating. It's a very simple strategy. So I always accumulate Bitcoin through my cryptocurrency programs that you can see in the description, in my description, okay, what programs I use. I've already defined the risk with a disclaimer, okay? So when I say this, I'm not influencing you to use it. I'm just saying that I use it. If you want to use it, go ahead, but it's at your own risk, okay? But everything else, if you decide to want to buy crypto, you can just use my channel. You can just listen to my channel, and then after that, from then you make the decisions of those entry points. Simple as that. No one is forcing anybody to do anything on this channel, okay, guys? So with that being said, please give a like, dislike, comment, put in your thoughts, your feedback. Yesterday, did you win? Did you lose money? Did you panic? Are you new and you saw the panic? You got you got very disturbed. I got a lot of comments, guys. I'm very happy that the channel is growing, and keep the faith. Share it. Share this channel with people, or share my videos with people who are interested to learn, because my trading strategies or my investment trading strategies are very fundamental, very simple. Okay. Very straightforward, very layman. I don't go into the blockchain technology or whatever. Yes, you should learn about them, because we have people like Crypto, okay, Omar Bam. He goes around talking to developers, so you can go and watch that. I'm here to help you all get in, put your money in and make money. Okay, very simple, very straightforward. That's why we're here. Okay, and you can listen to Tizen and leonfu.com on the cryptocurrency markets. There's Cryptoverse as well. Okay, there are all these resources. So guys, running a little bit over. It's a 30-minute video. Thanks so much for the support. The channel has been growing. Love you guys. Okay, I love you guys. Continue to keep the faith. And remember, let's create a huge ass portfolio so that when the markets get rattled, and I promise you, as the months to come, the markets are going to have bigger and bigger swings. Your portfolio has to be strong and stable with very, very good coins, with fundamental background, so that when the sell down happen, you're not going to panic. Okay, you're gonna still enjoy your day. You're gonna go for a swim. You're gonna still go out, watch a movie, have lunch, have dinner with the family, and you will not panic, because that was what I did. You know what I did when the market was selling? I took a nap. That's what I did. I woke up, it was still selling down. I was thinking, could I buy some? I put some orders in with my Ethereum, didn't get through. That's what I did. I didn't do jack. I was just observing. I was just seeing the bloodshed and thinking of what content can I give you guys. That was only thing that was keeping me in front of my laptop. What content can I provide anyone who is new? So with that being said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed the episode. Click like, dislike, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, guys. God bless and have a good weekend.